Hello everyone, I'm back. I'm gonna be going over D-Tide. So I got 400. But first thing I want to do is go over my wave 2 clear, because... Okay, let me take my audio down a bit, just in case. But... Yeah, this is my team. You can see I have the hourglass, it's pretty nice. Vision corrector basically does nothing. What can you do though? Again, this kind of does nothing. Keyflare, I bought this so I wouldn't struggle to mob fights, and then I still struggle to mob fights. So, yeah. I took 2 DRs to mob fights, so when it says DRs taken 3, I'm gonna take 1 in boss fight. But yeah, I ran triple burial grounds just to test it out, and it's honestly really broken. Like, I'm trading a bit of key flare to not die. And that's kind of a good thing to have, especially this boss does like single hits a lot. So your DR is gonna go further, but in general DR is just a really good stat. Anyway, there's something special about this clear, so I just want to get into it. So basically turn 1, I want to exalt Pollux, but I don't want to lose 50 aliens, so I'm just gonna play the cleansing for full value, or for like the 10 aliens it gives. And I get Onyx Blue, so it did kind of play already. And then I annihilate, so I don't have to go into Ultra Turn. Okay, and next 2 turns. Okay, I rouse the Arachne, yeah. Yeah, I skipped her. I skipped her. Alright, you won't believe what happens? I skipped turn twice and it worked. It's actually the first time, but I have a lot more sin marks because I skipped turn now. So yeah, I annihilate the cleansing out of Ultra Space. I just apply vulnerable immediately. But yeah. Just get the crit damage. I don't know what insufficient space is. I'm sure somebody knows. Anyway. Sometimes you have to double play that. That's alright. I rouse caster mainly because it's corrosion, and I mean, you could honestly check what your posse is, and that's not bad. Also, the Hysteria, it actually played as free A-Rift this time. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, one of the things about Hourglass is that it's the first non-derived card. Because Sacred Heart and Onyx Plume count as derived, I'm just allowed to play as many of them as I want. And I end on I apply some corrosion, but yeah. I applied enough bleed, and now Hellet is dead. But yeah, that was like... it was really scuffed. I mean 3 DRs total. I took 3 DRs total, yeah. It's not only that, it's that I had 3 Arachne Loom stuff. Like 3 pursuit stacks before the fight. And I didn't get any more. But I still cleared. But yeah, that's like the skip turn. The skip turn build. I've never done that before. I have to say it's funny, but skip. I mean, so the reason it does play is because Arachne annihilates on cooldown until turn 4. And also, you know, Pollux is still getting sin mark stacks. And you only need one burst combo for this comp, for that comp, but I still find it funny. Anyway, this is going to be the Caffeine Go Live. I'm still recovering, I suppose. It's okay if my voice is dead. Anyway, this is the calf comp. I'm just applying the pink recost because I'm coping down the damage. This one I'm not completely sure about, but basically I'm thinking about routing Clem next turn. So I mean it's probably fine because it's not doing damage this turn, yeah. But Clem Exalt pretty much just because it gives back some key flare. Okay, this part was kind of a limit test, but you're not expecting to do damage on turn 1 with Calf unless you have the DPS Calf comp. Yeah, you can see I Hyper Flare here, but it only does 44k damage. And that's because a good amount of Calf scaling is in her base damage increase. Oh yeah, but also I should talk about the relics. Calf Relic, it's really nice. I don't have to worry too much about the micro because I have 10 Calf cards in this comp. But yeah, having more Fiamma, like having more possible Fiamma every turn, it's just really good to have. Right, Weeping Pipe, I still think base damage. Huh. Alright, I'm back. I still think that most of Calf's damage is base damage, even with Clem Quasar. So yeah, I really like this relic. This relic is like, it has A-Riff in it, so it can't be bad, for real. I just think of it as like a mix between the two relics, but gives Throw Mastery as well. And of course, this Veil thing. I think it's nice if you're able to proc it consistently. Because it's about 7 AD miss per turn, it's like in between the 5-1 and the 10-1. It's pretty nice, I think. Anyway. There's not much going on. The thing is, there are two reasons why Calf is like very good here. This bird creature loses strength after Exalt gets released. And you know, Calf exalts every single turn, so they're just permanently debuffed. Yeah, I actually load a lot of Alimus here, but it does not really matter. It's just like way too comfortable, which isn't a bad thing, but you know, it means I can do whatever I want. Which I mean, I'm happy for. No, Calf can be pretty peaceful sometimes. And at this point I just released the Exalts, just because. Well, not just because, but... No, I'm not taking damage, I just want to test some damage. Just want to test my output. But yeah, I extended it into next turn. At least a 45 crit damage. And now the crit does 234,000. It was 40,000 before. So it got 6 times stronger over the last 6 turns. But yeah. It's just dead. You don't have to worry too much about micro here. Cause yeah, 143k in base damage, or just in damage. It's a mix of base damage and strength, but yeah. This is gonna be... Oh yeah, this was my wave too. No, this triple burial grounds thing is actually really broken. Like it did really hard enable this clear. I mean, you can always get lucky. You can always get luckier with burial grounds, but how bad is it having all your exalts charged and being able to not die? How bad is it? But yeah, this is wave 3. This is my G-Doll comp. You can see I'm leveling Shu. I'm not completely sure if that's accurate, but she has a high con, and I like her strength down effect, so you know, you have to do what you have to do. I'm planning to level G-Doll next though. But yeah, 11 turns, I took 2 DRs. Of course I'm using Saya Wheel. Plus 1 AWIF limit. But yeah, pretty much this key flare thing is really nice though. Turn 1 G-Doll Exalt. One of the bad things about my comp is that my G-Doll is not OE. And it's bad because I want G-Doll OE. But honestly, I think especially if you use an enabler like Shu, she is a very strong enabler, you really don't need G-Doll OE. Like, this is I also think this wave is particularly suited for poison. For multiple reasons. Number one, of course, it's Chaos Ring. G-Doll image. It's a free Deathless Ascent at the least. You can see it's playing for 7 Alienus right now. Yeah. It's Alienus and it has like some special effects. And also, the summons really don't do that much damage. And then you have Shu. You have Shu who just taxes them for 167 strength. Isn't that kind of ridiculous? I'm assuming it's mostly Shu. But yeah, how are they supposed to play the game when Shu exists? Poor mobs. But yeah, I think it's a bit crazy. But yeah, you can see I roused Nymph, I roused G-Doll. I'm just gonna rouse Shu next. Because it actually does play. And it's also, you know, Alienus. You can see the G-Doll exalts are playing for plus 8 Alienus. It's just kind of crazy. But yeah, I take some damage, but it's just like 1,000. And it's like a bit... Don't worry about the bomb. No one could have ever recognized it was a thing. Anyway, I played this for the Devour Shield and like strength down is not bad. But yeah, 145 plus, well, it's 45. But yeah, you eat an embryo with Shu, and now you take 185 less damage. That sounds pretty broken to me. And now look at the G doll. It gave, I don't know if it was plus 17 or plus 12, but it gave so much alienness. It just, it's a really cool portrait. Yeah, just do this so I don't have to take a DR. Why not? Again, I have, because of Faint, I have 500% DR. Right? I always knew Poison was gonna proc, so I'm still 1 DR. Anyway, Furnace doesn't change it whether or not it dies, but you know. I get another Exalt off. You will notice my hand size is 6 out of 10 because I'm gonna get an Embryo. I'm very aware. But yeah. No, the tax is pretty... The things that she does. Like, why is everyone at minus 181 strength? It of course plays extremely well in this, in the mob fight. But it's just, I still think it's crazy in general. You don't Embryo here because you can devour next turn, and also I get doesn't matter. But yeah, I'll consume it this turn. But honestly, it doesn't matter. Even if I take 10 DRs, I'm not taking 10 DRs. Even if I did. Yeah, they have 25 poison on them. It doesn't matter. 25,000. Just posse because I can. Yeah, I mean, I came into this fight and I left with 157% DR. It's just incredibly good. Anyway, this is wave 4. So we have Kaleidoscope, the default relic. This is the G Murphy comp. There are like a few things. There's not that much to go over my setup. I have Caffeal so Goliath can have more strength. I have my dearest friend because I realize my G Murphy often is missing 20. It's often missing a bit of crit rate. And it's nice for the tentacles. I'm a fan of Bluestone Drone for Tulu. Pretty much what it does is it lets you retain Tulu's cards. And I think I find it nice in the G Murphy comp just because you want to cycle through the deck pretty often. Like you have like every time you cycle through a deck, you get 2 more copies of a card that says gain 2 ARIF and draw 2 cards for free. So yeah, I think having just 2 cards to retain is just broken. I think having more... It's also Alias. It's also Alien Miss Region. But yeah, 3 Burial Grounds. That's most of my comps. The only comp that doesn't have 3 Burial Grounds is my Calf comp. But I'm just doing that because I'm pretty sure she's not that washed. Yeah. Doctor's Case. It's pretty much if you go below 25% HP, you get ARIF, which does happen in the G Murphy comp quite often, just because, you know, sacrifice, and also Miriam's heals get a lot stronger when you're on lower HP, because it scales off missing percent. This was like, I mean, it's definitely over skip. It's not really. I mean, there's no skip, but like, you know, drawing 4 cards is not the worst thing ever, especially because you get paid in ARIF and, you know, tentacle damage and all that. Malignant Child. I think it was between Malignant Child and Canalimus one. I just took this because it gave weakness and also some tentacle damage. But yeah, there's not much to go over this comp. Of course, delete 2 cards. But yeah, okay. So if there's 16 cards in my deck and I delete 2 comps and 2 cards have retained, my deck cycle is 12 cards. It's just it just is what it is. But yeah, I prepped the Miriam Exalt from last fight. We're of course doing the 6-turn G-Murphy strategy, where you just rouse G-Murphy turn 1, and you wait 6 turns to kill everyone. If you want to learn more about why that's a thing, you should go read her rouse. So I need a break from yapping. But yeah, this is Afunza. I'm just gonna let the obsession stay because the Miriam card does play pretty well. Yeah, defend. Minus 43 temp strength. And also, my defend isn't even fully leveled up. It's like, it's level 3. So, yeah, minus 60%, minus like 60 strength. Probably. But yeah, I take my first DR here, which is fine. This is why we run Burial Grounds. I have Wayward Ship, so I'm just gonna advance the Miriam rounds. It's one of the 2 things I'm a fan of. Advancing Miriam rounds and playing waltzes. But yeah, you can see there are a lot of locked cards in my hand. Or frozen cards, I suppose. But it's not the worst thing, because, okay, first of all, the defense actually plays. I to Exalt here, just because I will take a lot less damage. Because this attack scales with the amount of frozen cards that are in your hand. And then it deletes all of them, but don't worry about it. This is why we run Dreams of Medication and Rewinding Time. But yeah. It did suck a bit that it ate the waltz, but it's not the worst thing ever. Anyway, I DR here again. This is more triple Burial Grounds propaganda. I can just exalt everyone if I want to, so I'm just gonna do that. Now, Swiss Stone. I just played a card there because I need to see what card's getting lost. But yeah, I have like 2300 strength right now. But yeah, I'm frozen. Of course, I am a skilled player and I hit the Rewinding Time proc. Abyss Order here. And I play another waltz. It was probably dead without it, but anything to bully this Afunza. So yeah, I hope that I wanted to do this wave with Michet at first, but then I went to the mob that freezes cards for instances of damage taken, and then I realized, maybe that's not such a good idea. Because you can't even like stun it for turn 1 or something to get rid of the passive. So what can you do? This is my wave 5. Again, I didn't use my Michet team, so I can just use the broken Michet team here. I'll say it's a slight bit awkward not having counter dispel, but you know, we with what we get. Okay, this is Michet relic. It's nice. Base damage of Shining Tornado. goes up, and it also gives a strike. So it's like 25 alias usually. I say usually. But yeah, tiny music box. This does play pretty well with Muchet, just because pretty much her mortals give cards with exhaust. Dice makes copies that give exhaust cards. Those are the two main things. But yeah, we have some strength. I kind of bricked on this relic, but 200 Realm Mastery, like Realm Mastery is still fine here because it gives strength and it gives shielding from Carol Realm Mastery. Yeah, Arcana relic, what can you do? Vitality injection. It's really nice actually. I got Agate. Okay, so pretty much this thing, I think I got asked to Arcana relic plus Agate for hallucination, and I took it just because hallucination is like a good, it's like a weaker version of Muchet Exalt, so it's just broken. And Easter moment. I'm really a fan of this relic. It also does play pretty well in dice. One of the things about the Ice Boss is that turn 2, she'll cut your Awakener's Alimus gen in half. But one thing it doesn't do is cut the Alimus from the relic generation. So if you have a portrait, or if you have something like an egg, you are gonna still get a lot of Alimus. Anyway, my three symptoms are hallucinations, which is like fine as a symptom, and sometimes it's actually nice. But yeah, stun turn 1 so it doesn't get encountered. Like hallucinations, yeah, I can sort of break my hand size sometimes, but sometimes it can play, especially because I have so much ARIF for no reason. I mean, there is a reason. The reason is that I have ARIF Injector. That's a pretty good reason, yeah. Just get ARIF Injector. But yeah, this is a pretty nice phase 1. So we go into phase 2. And you can see I'm pretty healthy. And that's because okay, do not let the lace get their thing off. Get PMO. Yeah, I'm just gonna end turn. I'm planning to get over exalt because it's fun. Why not? I mean, that first turn was cooked anyways. But yeah, now I have a good first turn. Lotan exalt. Sorry, hello exalt. By the way, speaking of Lotan, I'm waiting. Oh. But yeah, you get to play Mortal. Here I actually play Shining first because I know Dice is gonna summon some mobs. And I'm not completely sure, but I think it's better to get some Mortal Blast value. But yeah, take DR here. We'll take 3 DRs. Again, triple burial grounds. Nothing can ever go wrong. That's a lie. Sometimes things do go wrong, but not very likely. Again, I have a lot of Embryo Fusion because I'm running Dice Wheel. So I can just open with Aegis Exalt, Aegis OE. But yeah, you devour with Pellet so that you're basically guaranteed to draw into Mortal Blast and Shining. Now you just copy the Mortals. And yeah, 11 ARIF. Have 11 ARIF to win the game. and then I redraw, and I have a third shot. But yeah, those are all the comps. And yeah. That's pretty much gonna be it for now. I hope that it was informative in any sort of way. But yeah, bye everyone.